So today we're going to talk about power functions and their graphs. Okay, basically, the power functions have this form: y equals to a times x to the power n. Okay, and you have seen a few of these. Okay, the few that you've seen, something like this: 2 times x, let's say, or y equals to 3x squared. Now in this case, for y equals 2 times x, the value of n, or the power, is 1. And over here, y equals 3x squared, the value of n is 2. Okay. To sketch out y equals to 2 times x, it's basically a straight line, like this, with a positive gradient, because 2 is positive. And this is the sketch of y equals to 2 times x, right? For y equals 3x squared, we know this is a quadratic equation. Okay, and the sketch, because 3 is a positive coefficient, it's a quadratic function which looks like this. This is y equals to 3x squared. Now the question is, what happens if n is more than 2? For example, how would you sketch y equals to 4x cubed, or y equals to 10 times x to the power of 17, right? And what would happen if n is less than 0? For example, what if we ask you to sketch y equals to 3 times x to the power of negative 2, or y equals to 2 times x to the power of negative 10. Okay, so basically this section will teach you how to sketch the graphs of this following power functions. So right now I'm going to show you the graphs of y equals to a times x to the power of n. Now the first time around, for the power function, for these power functions, the value of a will be positive. The value of a will always be positive. So let's have a look at the top left box, where n equals to an odd positive integer. The sketch of that will look like this. When n is an even positive integer, the sketch will look similar to a quadratic function. When n is less than 0, an odd negative integer, it will look like this. And when n is an even negative integer, it will look like this. Now again, a reminder, these are the sketches when a is positive. When a is positive. Now let's have a look at how the sketches will look like when a is negative. So again, let's look at the top left box again. When a is positive and n is an odd positive integer, the sketch will look like this. When a is negative and n is an even positive integer, it will look like this. When a is negative and n is an odd negative integer, it will look like this. And when a is negative and n is an even negative integer, it will look like this. Now let's compare the sketches when a is positive and a is negative. Now you can see here that when a is positive, which is the blue curves, and the comparison between when a is negative, the purple one, you can see that it is a reflection about the x-axis. Okay, it is a reflection about the x-axis. Now remember, you will have to remember all of these variations.